All right. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. You'll be able to unmute yourself should you have questions or use the chat to ask any questions. As always, thank you so much for being on here. To go up, you have to show up. The second I thought I knew it all in this industry, my business started declining because things are always changing and the world's always changing, and you have to keep learning and growing, and you have to keep your mind right most of all and get around people that have a good mindset in order for your business to explode. So we do these every Sunday night, every Sunday night. We do a topic that we feel like people might be struggling on, and we address it and talk about how you can overcome it, learn from it, get better at it, things like that. So for those of you who are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can see past Sunday night huddles on my YouTube channel. Just search Melissa Martin. It's spelled right here, M-A-L-I-S-S-A Martin. Don't spell it M-E-L. You'll get a porn star. Or do spell it if that's what you're into, whatever. I don't care. So anyways, yeah. So they're constantly put up there. You just search it, subscribe to it. You can search through the videos, and we have topics about how to execute events, how to work Facebook, how to work events, how to work the business with 5 daily disciplines. I mean, on and on. I mean, there's so many helpful videos on there. And it will blow your mind. Like a lot of the things I see people doing, even on their social media or at events, it's like, man, I really wish you would have tuned into that training we did, because you would have had more sales because of it. What's up, babe? No, you can have some like grapes or something like that, or banana. How about carrots? After I'm done, okay? Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so like definitely tuning into these will always help. So I kind of asked in our team like what people felt they needed help with, and on my YouTube channel there's a video called How to Social Media Training for Hempworks or something like that. And we go over a lot of the things I'm about to go through, but I've also been reading a leadership book called The 5 Levels of Leadership. It's by John Maxwell. And that's really been my struggle in this type of a business, has been duplication and training leaders to lead. Because ultimately you can have huge momentum if you train leaders and not just followers. And so I've been reading this book, and he talks about how really you need to lead with a sense of candor and care, an equal amount of both. And so I realized when I did my original training for our Facebook training that it was very informative, but I didn't really be super candid about the problems I see in people working their social media. So let me just put a little disclaimer here before I get started. Social media is just one way that I work my business. I had 2 events this weekend. Yesterday we had an event. We split, it was $40, split between 2 affiliates. We enrolled, we had 7 enrollments, one of which was a director pack, 3 of which was 2 products, and 2 of which were $750 or more. We sold 10 plus sample packs, and we have several more leads of people that want info on the business or the products. They just didn't have the money. So again, if you're not good at social media, but you're willing to learn it, you can make it work, but also deal with what you're good in. If you like face-to-face, then you just have to do that more if that's what you're good at. So I think we sold over $1,000 worth of CBD yesterday between the 2 of us. And so that's some good revenue, guys. I used to work on my feet for 10, 12 hours a day to make $200 cash. And we made that easy in 4 hours with my kids. And so again, you just have to get out of your own head and figure out how to work the business that works well for you, and just do that as most effectively as possible. So I don't want you to think you have to be a super mega Facebook social media ninja. I personally studied social media for about a year straight to figure out what the hell a hashtag was. I used to call it a pound sign. And I didn't understand why people weren't seeing my posts. And so I'm really going to just throw up the information I have learned over the past 5 years, 1 to 2 of which I actually had a social media coach, a guy that would tell me, this is what Facebook's doing, and this is their crazy algorithms and mathematical whatevers, and this is how you can get around it. So this is like information I personally paid for and spent so much time acquiring. So grab a pen and paper. Don't take anything personally, because I am going to be very candid about what I see as far as problems with your posts and with you working your social media. So it's not personal whatsoever. It's just me being like totally honest with you. And then we'll go into like how you could better do that. Is that cool with you guys? Is that cool? All right, sweet. All right. All right, so these are like, as I was going through Facebook last night, this is how I came up with the don'ts of Facebook. Because I'll be scrolling through my feed and I'll see your guys' stuff and I'll like and I'll comment. And a lot of the times I'm like, damn it, if only it was like this. I'm super excited that you guys are actually sharing, because there's a lot of people that just don't. They just don't say anything about the products or the business. And they're like, I don't understand why I'm not rich. And you're like, well, nobody knows what you're doing. So how can you expect to be rich if you posted one time or none times? So as I was scrolling through, these things are the things that came to mind when I looked at many people's profiles on my team or even not on my team. And so I'd love for you guys to kind of take some notes. And I hate to start with negative, but I'm going to. So these are kind of like the biggest problems I see with your social medias. First and foremost is your bios. If you are not on your phone right now, you're on a computer maybe, go to your bio right now. I'll share my bio with you. And iPhone install. So your bio should be about the things that you love. So I want you to take literally the next 15 to 30 seconds, and I want you to jot down the top 3 to 5 things that you love doing or absolutely love in general. So like literally the first 5 things that come to your mind, and jot those down while I pull this up. I hope you guys are doing this because it's super important. Come on. All right, so now when you go to your bio, that's what your bio should be about. It doesn't need to say, HempWorks CBD, buy a CBD oil from me. Because you're gonna use your Facebook and your social media as a means to network, and nobody likes to buy from a walking advertisement. People buy into you before they buy into what you do. So what are the things you love? Like, I used to hate my curly hair. I love it now. Keto. I love keto. Like, I love the way it makes me feel. I love how it balanced my hormones. Yes, it might be weird, but I like karaoke. I love wine. I'm super busy. I like to stay busy. I love Zumba. That's me, and that's what your bio should be about. Okay, so I scroll through and I see a lot of bios, and people have their website in their bio, or people, all it is about CBD, 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 HempWorks, buy from me, and it just doesn't work. You have to brand you, because this is the network that you're going to expand within. You're going to expand with people that like the same things. Okay, so I want you to go through, either screenshot mine as an idea of what to change yours to, but use those top 5 things that you just totally like. Your family, maybe you love the lake, maybe you love surfing, maybe you love cars, maybe you love motorcycles, like maybe you like doing makeup, whatever it is, write those things in. That's part of your brand. This right here is an application for when you send a friend request that says, hey, this is what I'm about, want to be friends. It's literally, think of it like a resume, okay? And you're like, hey, this is my resume, you want to be friends? So that's what you have to think about. If it's just like CBD oil, CBD, buy, 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 like they're like, they don't even care to be my friend. Like, they just want me to buy from them. Okay, so that's the biggest thing, one of the biggest things I see. The next biggest thing I see is over posting. So this, this is the like top 3 problems I see. So you want to post no sooner than 90 minutes apart. That's in groups, that's in your personal page, and that includes shares. If you post 3 things back to back to back, Facebook created this algorithm because they know that when you see the same post, like 5 posts from the same person in your feed, it's kind of annoying. And so they created this algorithm to hide a lot of your posts. And if you're constantly sharing a post and posting, and literally I can go to many of my friends' profiles and there's literally, they're like, I don't have time for this business. But then in the past hour, they've posted 11 times. I'm like, okay, like, whoa, Sparky, like you definitely have time for this business. Not only did you take the time to read and watch those posts you shared, but you reposted all of them, 11 posts in the past hour. So many of us here on the Zoom today fall victim to that. So do not.
I have a question.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically when I wake up, I usually wait a little bit and I usually put up a post somewhere like mid-morning, and I kind of change up when I'm going to post about my business throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I keep it random. Like I don't like post a million posts in 1 hour. Like I usually post maybe 2 or 3 times a day, but like one will be about my business,
right,
and then 2 will be like about my just life.
Right.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. What I usually suggest is if you're noticing that you're not getting a lot of interaction, even just on like, we all know that when we post a picture of our kids or the lake or like us drinking wine and partying or whatever, like you get a lot of likes and comments. And then you're like, hey, CBD oil's the shit, and like crickets sometimes. And that's because people are silent stalkers. They just are. They're like, oh, if I like this, she's going to know I'm interested. And then she's going to reach out to me. And then maybe my friends will see that I like a post about CBD and think I'm a drug dealer. And like all this stuff goes through their mind, you know? So what I normally do is if I notice that I'm not getting a lot of interaction on like a picture of my kids even, that means my influence is way down on social media. So I need to chill out and work to get my interaction back up. So I usually chill out on business stuff for a couple days, like 1 to 2 days. So the way I post, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, and this is probably worth its weight in gold. I post an interaction post almost every day. And an interaction post is designed to get a lot of likes, comments, and shares. And the reason I do that is because the people that are liking, commenting, and sharing are the people that are most likely to see my very next post. So, guys, we get paid on Thursdays. So what do I do every Thursday morning? Because I know my paycheck is badass. Or I know maybe my upline's paycheck's badass. You don't have to share just your paycheck, especially when you get started. I post an interaction post, something freaking hilarious that gets a lot of likes, comments, and shares. And then I'm like, boom, that night, hey, look at what we got paid. Super excited. You know, like think about those things. So I always usually try to do an interaction post in the morning, and I rotate between the business and the products in the nighttime. 70% of people grab their phone when they first wake up in the morning. Many of people use that as their alarm clock. So you have to think about the right times to post, because your post is actually only valid for about 90 minutes. Most posts, 90% of posts will only have a 90-minute lifespan. So most people grab their phone first thing when they wake up in the morning. Now, the reason why I don't do opportunity posts in the morning is because a lot of the times those posts are very wordy. And you guys have all grabbed your phone in the morning and gone on Facebook, and you see a friend that has like a post that's 12 paragraphs long, and you're like, whoa, skip, I'm not awake for that. Like, I'm not ready for it. It's like you just scroll right over it. So that's not the time to do lengthy posts. It's time for something short, sweet, makes you laugh, or catches your attention quickly. many a times people don't have, they're rushing around, so they don't have time to message you. So that's usually, I don't usually do a product post then. Occasionally I'll mix it up and I will do it then. But I do an interaction post one time a day, and then I rotate between the products and the business. The rest of my day is literally spent on being proactive in networking, adding new friends, following up, being a professional asker, things like that. So overposting is a huge thing. I see people post about the products, and an hour later they're posting about the business, and then 20 minutes after that they're posting about the products again, and 30 minutes after that they share something about cars. And you don't want to post any more than 3 to 5 times a day, and that's in groups, that's on your personal page, that's all of it. So that's another thing I see. People will post something to their own personal page and share it in 25 groups. That's a surefire way to actually get put in Facebook jail, which means they like don't let you send friend requests or take messages outside of your own friend requests for a while. So just a heads up on that. The next thing that I see, and this is kind of a controversial topic, this is just personally how I work, and I'll tell you why, is using your link. A lot of people are like, check out what this CBD oil did for my friend Sally. I hope Gary's on here. He loves when I use my friend Sally as an example. I have an imaginary friend. Her name is Sally. I use her for all my examples. And so I'll be like, check out what our oil did for my friend Sally with her ADHD or anxiety or whatever. And then a lot of people will then put, buy it on my website here, and they'll put their link. Now, it's good that like people have that you're that hustle to do that, but there's 2 problems with that. One, you have the person that's going to not ever tell you they're interested, and they're going to just go straight to your website, and you're never going to know they did that. And they're going to look at it, and maybe they get sticker shock. Maybe they don't see the information about whether it's legal or not, and they're just worried about that. Maybe they're like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to drop dirty on a drug test, but you don't even know those objections. Those are all things that you can overcome, but you don't even know because you just threw your link out there. And so people are going to the website and trying to find their answer. They don't get it. They get frustrated and they just don't say anything. So if I don't put my website, people have to go, hey, I have some questions, or they might message me and say, hey, would I drop dirty on a drug test? Hey, would I, is it going to get me high? Hey, is it actually legal? Like all those things. Instead, they're asking me that, and guess what? That means I can put them on my follow-up list. It takes a minimum of 8 follow-ups or more for over 90% of sales that are made in any sort of sales industry, not just our industry, sales in general. So 8 follow-ups or more, but only 40% of people ever follow up past 1 follow-up. And so that's why there's very minimal people that are very successful in these types of things. We've all had that person we just never have followed up with. So don't be that person and get organized. So I don't put my link, one, because I want them to have to ask me the question. I want them to show them that I am the professional, all of that. 2, Facebook hates when you put links. So again, they hide your post. So sometimes I'll put it in the comments here and there of posts, but Facebook makes their money by people staying on Facebook and advertisers and businesses buying advertisement. So when you post a link that takes them off Facebook, it gives Facebook less influence, and with their business analysts, they feel like they're making less money because they're filtering people off of Facebook. They want people to stay on Facebook as much as possible because they want their advertisers to be happy. Y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen advertisements in your feed. It looks like a regular post. That's how Facebook makes its money. It's a free networking app, but they make their money through advertisers. And so if they're putting people off of Facebook, then they're not making money for you guys posting their link. So they're going to hide that post most likely. So I would challenge you to go back to posts where you just put your link out in the post and look, like you probably got very minimal interaction. And most likely it's because Facebook hid that post from a lot of people. So as I'm saying this, Facebook literally has a algorithm that scans over 100,000 different things to determine who, what, when, where, why it's going to show your post to. And so these are just all tips I'm trying to give you guys to what I call hack the algorithm. So whenever you hear me say hack the algorithm, these are the things. The next thing I see is I see spammy and commercialized posts. So a picture of Santa with a CBD oil going, buy from me today. That screams commercial to me because we're all seeing pictures right now that of Santa in like every commercial we see. We literally we spend extra every single month on our cable bills just simply to skip commercials. How many of you guys, raise your hand if you have a DVR or a TiVo or some sort of recording device? Okay, most everybody has them, and that's because you want to record stuff, and we will literally like record something while it's on in front of you right then and there and go do dishes, which everyone hates to do, and come back just so we can skip through commercials. So we are tuned, like we are programmed to tune out commercials completely. And so we don't want to be a commercial and be spammy on our posts either. So what I always tell people to look at when they're considering posts, like when I'm designing a post about the business or the products, my post has to provide a solution for someone. It has to tell somebody what the product can or will do for them, or what it's done for someone else. When I'm rotating and talking about the business, I'm talking about what the business has done, will do for me, or for someone else. It's as simple as that. What has the product or the business already done for somebody, or what will it do for somebody? It can be yourself, or it could be somebody else that it's done it for. So I see a lot of people, hey, I can't get affiliates because I don't have success yet. Okay, I'm only 5 months into this, guys. My first 2 weeks I went 5K, but I didn't have any success yet. You talk about somebody else's success. It's okay, you can borrow it. You don't claim it as yours. You just say, hey, my friend. I literally just used the butlers. I was like, hey, I worked with these people in Florida, and I was starting to work with them on the side in a new marketing gig. They made over $500,000 in their first 9 months. And like, I'm super excited about it. Can I send you some info? And now I have my own story until you can use your own story. It's funny, at convention, Josh was telling a story about Jenna, his wife. Josh is our CEO and Jenna is his wife. How she was using this testimony, Josh's testimony on the business. Hey, my husband, he started this business, blah, blah, blah. And here she is, like a 250K affiliate, still using his story. And he's all, Jenna, you can use your own story now. Like, you have success. Like, you can use your own. So it was pretty funny. But yeah, try not to be spammy or too commercially. I see a lot of people spending a lot of times with like pick collages and making things look all crazy, and at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily, you could have probably reached out to 10 new people about the business in the time it took you to figure out that app, as in for something that's not really going to get a lot of views anyways, because it looks like a commercial and people will skip right over it. Next biggest thing I see that's problem is that people are only about business. You go to your profile and it might say, again, hemp works something in it, and then all your posts are all about the CBD. So people buy into you first more than anything. Okay, so again, go back to that whole profile thing in your bio and that list you made. Take 30 seconds to write down the top 5 things you either love to do or love in general. And that's what your bio is about, and that's your brand. Think about your brand. So don't just be about business, be about that brand. And this becomes really, really important when it comes to expanding your network. So if we go back to my profile, my bio, where it talked about all that stuff, I want to show you guys how I went from 200 friends on Facebook to 5,000 in the past couple of years. Because the more people that you have in your network, the better you're going to do with this generally. So why not add friends on social media, right? Be smart about it. A lot of people will say, well, I have my kids on there. I get it. I have my kids on there too. That's why I don't post about where we're at until after we leave. That's why I don't post a cute little picture of them with a chalkboard that says blah, blah, blah elementary school on it. That's just, be smart. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to, oh man, I can't post a chalkboard of where my kid goes to school, or oh man, I just paid for a pool in cash because of my CBD business that I, got a majority of the money from social media. Like I'm okay with that. I'll skip the chalkboard with my kids' school on it. You know what I mean? So, so again, when we come here, I'm going to stop for questions in just a minute. I know I've been rambling. And we see Curly, Keto Mama, Karaoke Queen, Wine Lover, Busy Bee, Zumba. I challenge you to go use this search bar here. I like Zumba. Type in Zumba, search. Up here you can scroll to groups. And you can add yourself to groups or whatever it is you like. So I had added myself to Zumba in Arizona. I have made so many friends from this group. Tomorrow night. So I might like. This is in Glendale. And sometimes I'll just shoot him a friend request. So I expand my network in these groups. I'm not going to do a lot of this, but like I did many of you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you of people that are on here. Rachel, so you are under Shayna. And Shayna, I found from a keto group. Like she was posting about, and I was like, hey, like I have some cool keto recipes I put up on my Facebook page if you guys would be interested in following. Like people are like, hey, what's your favorite recipe? And I was like, oh, I do all kinds of lives of the like quick and easy recipes that I do because I'm a working mom. And people were like, oh, I want to tune in. And I just friended them. Friend. I literally in like 6 months got 1,000 friends doing that. And so if it wasn't for me doing that, Rachel, you wouldn't be on our team right now. Shayna wouldn't be on our team right now. So Gretchen, you are part of LuLaRoe group. I posted in the group, I posted, hey, who's interested in a chance to win some free CBD samples? This is what, I'll post some testimonies below of who it's helped with. And literally we had like 30 comments and Gretchen was one of them. I friended her and I invited her to the event. And next thing I know, the girl's signing up as an affiliate. So cool. Welcome to the team, Gretchen. You're under a week in. But I just want to give you guys some ideas how, I'm going to mute this again, at how, easy it is to expand. And if you want more details on that, definitely we can go over it at the end. Of this video, but in my social media training earlier, we discussed that. So yeah, that's another thing you can do. Only business. Now I'm super smart about this. Like before I send those friend requests out, guys, I post something about that. Like I'll do a live video about a keto meal that I'm making. And right after I'm done with that video, I will go into keto groups. I'll like and comment on all kinds of people's posts, and I'll shoot them friend requests. And they accept because what are they doing? They're going to stalk my profile. They say, oh, Keto Mama. They scroll to see a few of my posts, and they go, oh, cool, she just put up a keto recipe. Accept. So be smart. Be smart about it when you're sending the friend requests, Now, last but not least, when you're doing that, many people are not going to accept, and that's okay. You're not going to die, I promise. So what I do is I go through once a week. Come on. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Okay. So I go through, this is a lot of information, so I hope you guys are taking notes. And again, it's being recorded, so I hope it's being recorded. I go through where it says friends here, and I go to outgoing, and I cancel these. Cancel, 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 cancel. Oops, sorry. Cancel. Because if you have too many of these out, oops, then you you can get put in Facebook jail. Again, that's another thing that could happen. I'm actually waiting for this girl to accept. She won something from me, so she's not going to get it until she accepts. So yeah, that's under either your friends, so menu, friends, outgoing. You can also find it on a desktop as well. If you don't know where to find it, just Google, where do I find my pending friend requests? When in doubt, just Google.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, when you were talking about doing your bio, I actually, on my Instagram, I have like, kind of like yours, I have like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 things that I like or that are like about my life, like not too long, just really short.
Yeah.
But then I added CBD like something with like a leaf next to it.
Yeah, so I think we have a little bit of a difference in our industry because people are very, very pro CBD. They're either pro or like totally against it and think it's like something that's the devil's drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty funny. There was you actually tagged me in the video of a cop that went and did a press release, and he's like,
Yeah.
we shut down 40 CBD shops, and we are so proud that we are keeping drug dealers off the streets and preventing people from getting high. And I was like, oh my God. And the reporter goes, sir, do you know what CBD does? And he's all, yeah, people use it to get high. And I was just like, okay, it's so they're either for it or like really against it, and that's okay. Like, you just want passionate people wanting your business.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, when you guys are on your social medias, like, be super passionate, because you're going to attract other passionate people, and people are going to realize, like, you're legit. Like, who are you more likely to join? Someone that's like, hey, I love my CBD today, and then you don't hear from them again in like 3 weeks, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm still doing this CBD thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Or like, are you more apt to join someone that's like, dude, this CBD rocks. It's growing at like a mega million%, and I'm for it. And I'm going to be here, and I'm going to stick through this. Like, who are you going to join? Someone that you know is rock solid committed, or someone that's like dabbling in and out? Like, they're like, hey, CBD, here's a picture of a bottle. Hey, cool, this is my friend, she made some money in CBD, like every once a month. Like, who, so in our industry, it's good to be passionate. So I think you might be okay with that. Although sometimes the mysterious factor helps too. So I would just play with it and see what works for you.
All right.
So yeah, okay. So only business. Any questions so far? I'm going to stop. So in your opinion, if we have a business page, is that okay? So I'm going to tell you something about business pages. You have to pay to play. Remember how I said Facebook makes its money? By you boosting advertisements. So I have a business page that I never use. I got cut off from boosting. Something happened to my payments. Someone tried to hack me, and Facebook has canceled my payments. They won't let me boost anything. And so I don't use it, because why am I going to pay for something I can get for free? Kristen and Travis don't pay to boost advertisements, and they are super affiliates, have made $1 million in a year. So I'm teaching you guys how to use your personal page. That being said, it's kind of like you have to walk a fine line because Facebook does not want you to sell stuff on your personal page. They want you to pay for advertisements. That's how they make money. So when people like join this business and they go and make a business, a like page, like a business page right away, and they're like, I'm not getting anything on my business page, I quit. And I'm like, yeah, because only like 3 people see your posts on that. Not, it doesn't like go out to everyone. Facebook doesn't show those posts to anyone because you're not paying for anyone to see them. So I personally recommend using a personal page. And what you guys will notice with my stuff is it's, yes, am I like a lot about CBD? Yes. But you'll go on there and you'll see funny, stupid memes about Taco Tuesday and about wine and about my husband not letting me bring home a pig to adopt, which is bullshit. Just kidding. You know, like it's just your personality, you know, it's about you. And it, again, people buy you before they buy what you actually have to sell. So you want to be like the best friend people can be on Facebook. You got to be that person that everybody wants to be around, you know, which is another thing I want to lead to is negativity. So how many of you guys, raise your hand or type in the chat, how many of you guys would love a super affiliate on your team? How many of you would like to be a super affiliate sponsor? Raise your hand, type in the chat, me, whatever. Yes, right? Me too. I want like 10 of them. It'd be great. So I'm only a 25K affiliate. And let me tell you who the type of people I will not join. People that bitch and moan about their husband on Facebook. People that bitch and moan about their wife on Facebook. People that complain about their baby daddy. People that complain about politics and the president and past presidents. I just don't join those types of people. Like, keep your dirty laundry off of Facebook. People that complain about Black Friday and prices being too expensive and like literally making Facebook their diary. Like those are not the type of people I'm going to join. And I will tell you, a 25K affiliate won't join that type of a person. A super affiliate won't either. So if you're looking at your Facebook and you complain about something going on in your life, like keep it positive, guys. If you need to vent in private. But like a professional is only going to join someone that's uplifting other people and being professional and is fun to be around.
Amen.
And it is not fun to be around someone who complains about their baby daddy drama or whatever it might be. Your husband, your wife, your lack of employment, your broke bank account, whatever. People just, you know, like they don't want to hear it. So you have to stay positive. If you want a super affiliate on your team, you have to act like a super affiliate. You want a 25K person, you have to act like you're a 25K person. All right, so the next thing I see is using the same photo. I would say like 90% of us on here use that same Black Friday photo over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the reason why I suggest against this is, again, remember, I've studied social media for a while. Facebook has scanning technology. There's over 100,000 things that they take into consideration when determining who's going to see your posts. And they scan the photo and they go, whoop, that's been posted 800 million times. It's not authentic. It's spammy. It's probably for sales. We're not going to show it. So you might have noticed a couple people took that photo and they like had like a picture of them and they posted that photo on there. They got creative with it. That's better ways. I see a lot of people posting picture. It's like a bottle of our CBD and then around it, it says stuff like anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia, pain, blah, 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 like all around it. What's up, babe? I see that post, that same picture over and over, and you're not going to get a lot of interaction because it's been posted and Facebook scans it. Every photo has a unique tag ID on it, plus they use the scanning technology. So get authentic with your posts. Again, when you're going to create a post, these are the only things you need to worry about. One, is my post talking about how the product has helped me or helped someone else or will help me or will help someone else. So ask yourself that. Is my post talking about how the business has helped me, helped someone else, or will help me, or how it will help somebody else? That's it. That's all you need to talk about in your posts. It doesn't need to be a picture with a bunch of fancy words on it. I saw, like, what else did I see? Just like pictures from your website of the coffee, like CBD coffee, which it sometimes kind of works. It just doesn't work all that well. So it's better to evoke with emotion, talk about friendships, fun, freedom. What freedoms are the products allowing people? Freedom of being pain-free. What are they helping people with? What is the business helping people with? What is the product helping people with? Provide a solution. Okay, so when I read my post, I talk to someone. Like, I pretend like my friend Sally's sitting there, and Sally's a single mom who can't pay for Christmas this year, and I'm like posting my income or posting a friend's income and going, wow, I'm so excited for my friend Stephanie Smith. She's a single mom who goes to school full-time and works full-time, and she has this extra money she can pay for Christmas in cash for her little one. So I'm providing a solution, right? And that's okay. I have a lot of dads. I have a lot of single guys. I have a lot of married guys. I have a lot of gay people on my friends list. And yeah, that might not speak to them, and that's okay. That's okay. Because maybe my next post will. You know what I mean? I might just talk about how the CBD is helping anxiety. So provide a solution for someone, not like, hey, Facebook world, do any of you have anxiety, depression, blah, 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 blah? You should try my oil. Like, just provide a solution for them. Many a times you can go into the testimony page, and there's many a testimonies that are shareable. You can take testimonies from my page, and those are shareable. Things like that. So don't use the same photo over and over and over. It won't be seen. Don't use the same wording, like copy and pasting wording from somebody else's, because again, Facebook scans that. If you're using the same exact wording, it starts to hide that. It knows that you did not authentically create a post, and chances are you're trying to sell something, which takes away from their advertising dollars. So they're doing anything they can to prevent you or your stuff from being seen. Okay? For example, I see a lot of people put in their posts like, message me if interested, Black Friday sale. If you're interested, comment below, things like that. That's going to like immediately trigger Facebook, and they usually hide your posts. So just be smart about that. The one way you can get around it is using emojis. And that's why, like, one of my affiliates was like, I'm not going to be cheesy like you and use emojis. Sorry. And I'm like, I'm not doing it because I'm like Susie Q cheerleader or something. Like, I'm doing it because it literally hacks the algorithm. Facebook like scans your wording, and it gets caught on an emoji, and it like freaks out the algorithm, and it doesn't know like what you're saying. That's why I use emojis. And like, instead of saying message me altogether, I might say holler, and I'll put the little guy yelling emoji, and then say below and put the arrow emoji. And I'm not doing it to be cheesy. I'm doing it to be smart. So, all right. Questions so far. I'm about halfway done. Oh my gosh. There's so much, guys. I've been studying this for so long, and I've made over 6 figures a year previously with just mostly social media. So I only say that because like I want you guys to know like this isn't coming out of my ass. Like I know what I'm doing here. And I spent a lot of money and time learning this. So you get it all in an hour's session. So thanks, Melissa. Do we need a disclaimer every time we talk about how the products help people? It always helps. There's an FDA disclaimer photo. When in doubt, just throw it in the comments. You can always cover your butt that way. I'm going to go back to see the other. Amazing info. Kim says I'm amazing. She's my doppelganger sister. Oh, speaking of which, Kim Salas, who just commented that, this girl, I posted about one of our opportunity events, our pre-sale party actually, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I was like, hey, who wants a chance to win some free CBD? Like, it was all like emojied out and had a cool picture, an authentic picture. Again, do a photo shoot, guys. Get your empty bottles, like go out into the grass, take a picture. Like I have pictures of my kids in front of the CBD, picture of me holding CBD, a picture of my dog with CBD. Do a photo shoot so you have a bank of pictures you can use. But anyways, I posted this picture and I'm like, a chance to win some free CBD tonight. One of my friends tagged Kim in the comments and Kim just liked it. And I was like, hey, Kim, you want a chance to win? And she's like, sure. So I message her and I'm like, hey, so do you want the info on just the CBD itself? Like, do you use CBD? And she's like, no, I'm totally interested. I said, well, are you interested in using it? Or are you also interested in making some extra money? And she goes, oh, none of my friends would want any of this, believe me. And I was like, try me. I was like, throw up a post, girl. Like, you would be so surprised. Sent her a post. This girl got like 10, 15 comments. It was insane. I invited her to the event. In less than 24 hours, the event was happening. She got a bunch of people on. She pre-sold 4 products. And then she goes, well, shit. I mean, I wanted product for myself. I better just buy the executive pack. So in less than 36 hours of me knowing this girl and never once meeting her in person, I signed up an executive from a referral. She was tagged in a post 36 hours before that. So this is the power of social media when you brand yourself. Would anybody like to make an easy $200 off of that? No offense, Kim. You're not just $200 in my mind. You're priceless. But, I mean, but for real, like, just to get to the point, like, that's, if you work it right, like, that's how it can be. You just have to keep branded and hack the algorithm. So that's how, like, powerful social media can be. And again, if you want to go back to our Seal the Deal training from last weekend, if you have not watched that, watch it. Watch it for sure. Some people are like, I don't have time to like watch your hour-long videos. And I'm like, that's cool because I don't really have the time to teach you that hour-long worth of information over again when I recorded it. So just being real there. So thanks for being on, guys. So yeah, okay. You could spend 5 years like I did trying to learn all this on your own. That's cool. Not liking and commenting. Okay. Disclaimer. Oh yeah, Heather was saying we need the disclaimer on income as well. Yes, there is an income disclosure statement as well you need to put. There is a picture of it that you can use, or you can put the wording in your post. I like the picture. My training videos, where can you find your training videos? They're on my YouTube channel. Melissa Martin, like my name spelled here. Melissa, M-A-L-I-S-S-A, Martin. Just search that on YouTube. Going back. No, it drives me nuts. Yes, everybody wants to sign a super affiliate. Good to hear. Someone's asking about creating Facebook lists and posting to just that list. That's probably an advanced Facebook training. There's something called smart lists on Facebook. They are pretty useful. However, I always post, this is something I do. I post my business stuff public. And the reason why I do that, 2 things. Make sure your settings go to your settings and check to see if it says, I'm going to tell you where it's at right now. So you go to menu, settings and privacy, settings again. Public posts. So there, maybe I should share this. Make sure when your public posts, it says that who can see followers on your timeline, who can follow me, public. So that way, like for those of you who are sending me friend requests right now, I am at my friend max. I have like 20 open friends I can accept, and those have to be saved for potential teammates or potential customers. So I can't accept sidelines right now, but I have follow. You can hit follow and still see my stuff. Who can see your followers on your timeline? Only friends can. Public post comments. So when I post public, who is allowed to comment on my posts. And I put public. Many of you guys have that set to just friends or friends of friends. So people can see your posts, but they can't comment when you go public. So the reason why I post public is because when another person likes or comments on it, sometimes Facebook will, if it's a really popular post, they will put that in their friends' feeds. So it's literally opening me up to a new market, especially live videos. Live videos is the #1 way for people to live videos is the #1 way for people to see your stuff, to get more interaction. So this is under settings, public post comments. Public can comment on my posts. Who can follow me? Public. Anyone in the public can follow me. That way they don't have to send you a friend request to see your stuff. They can just follow. So I always post my stuff public. And the reason why is we can go back to some really popular posts and you're going to see that friends of friends are liking on it. So let's go back to maybe a video I've done about why our CBD is awesome. So if I go, oops, not that. Let's go to photos, albums, videos, right here. This is a really popular video that went viral. Look at this, 1.3 thousand views. So I can actually, chances are that a good more than half of those are like non-friends. So this, because it went viral-ish, 1.3 is not that much, but it's still pretty damn good. So because I posted this public and I have my settings as such, this started showing up in other people's news feeds that I'm not even friends with. Okay? So I can even probably go back to the likes here, the comments, maybe. Dang it, it's not working. But I can go from a desktop and see like who liked and commented, and many of them are just non-friends. So I don't post to just smart lists because I want to expose myself to as many people as possible. When someone was asking about smart lists. My mom says you can create a ton of posts and post them just to you. So when you go to create a post, you can post it to just like either you or a specific list or whatever. That's like more advanced Facebook because it's really not totally necessary, whatever. I've had 11 people message me about pricing and I tell them, they say thanks, but I can find it cheaper elsewhere. Okay, so Denise, I challenge you to go back to our Seal the Deal training from last week and watch that because we discussed that. You have to build value first before even talking about pricing. And again, you're not going to win them all. You have to build value in the product and show why, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's saving them money because of the effectiveness and the quality that we have. So not this week's topic, that was last week's topic, so I'm not going to go into that super. That recording is up on my YouTube channel. Rachel's asking, can we use anxiety, diabetes, high blood pressure in our posts as long as we use the disclaimer? You can't claim it's going to cure or treat it. It's all in the way you word it. Like saying, like, look at what my friend with diabetes sent me in regards to using our oil. Like, you're not saying, hey, it cured her diabetes, or hey, it treated her. And then definitely just always use the disclaimer. Okay, I think I've answered all of them for the most part. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Okay. Salesy wording. Okay, here's the next big mistake. Y'all are just posting. You're not liking, you're not commenting, and you're not messaging your own people. How many people, raise your hand if you would like a ton of likes, a ton of comments, and a ton of messages on your CBD posts? Me, I would like that. Okay, golden rule, people. If you're not giving a ton of likes and comments and messages to other people, you're not going to get it. And that's a golden rule of anything. You got to give what you want to get. Okay? So don't necessarily, so I like I said, I post like twice a day. One interactive and one about my business. Usually, that's about it. Sometimes 3-4 times at most. But I spend the rest of my time liking, commenting, messaging, being proactive. Now, I like to go to my most recent feeds. So you can go to, I'll share it again. I should just leave my share up. I don't know why I keep taking it down. So you can go to most recent feed. Oh, screen share not working. There we go. It's under menu. Some of this is a little quick for you guys. If you're not familiar with Facebook, that's okay. Just play with things and find it and know they're there. You just have to find it. There's my menu. See this little thing that says most recent? I might put a post up, or just before I put a post up, I'll go to most recent and I'm going to like and comment. I want to go because these are the people that are most likely to see my stuff that I'm about to put up. Because one, they're on Facebook, and two, I'm interacting with them. Now the next thing is every morning I go to menu, I go to events, I go to where it says calendar. I've gotten better at this lately. And I go to birthdays and I start messaging people. You're going to see. Happy birthday. And I start messaging, and I make it different each time. My little Bitmoji or a GIF or whatever. And I message each and every one. And guess what? You know how many of these people in 2-3 days message me and go, hey, I'm curious about your CBD oil. Hey, I'm curious about your CBD biz. Because now they're seeing my stuff because I'm interacting with them. Have you ever like texted back and forth with a friend and like that's the only person you see like all their Facebook posts? That it's because you're interacting with them most. So this leads me to another sore subject. And that is friending a ton of HempWorks people. And I know that you guys want to follow like a bunch of HempWorks people and get ideas and like and comment on each other's things. But when you do that, Facebook is, okay, again, Facebook is only showing your posts to about 10% of your friends. If 10% of your friends are HempWorks people, chances are only HempWorks people are seeing your stuff. Do you guys ever go through your newsfeed and all you see is like affiliates posts? That happens a lot. And that's because you're friends with a bunch of HempWorks people. And so that's the only people that are seeing your posts too. So while it's important to copy the right cats and whatnot, find a few people whose paycheck that you want to mimic, follow them and select see first so that you see their posts first and can get inspiration. But don't be friending like every single person on the team. I try to friend a lot of you guys just so I can like and comment on your stuff and bump it and give it more interaction, because the more people like and comment on your stuff, the more Facebook is going to show that post to others. So I try to do that to help you guys, but like you don't have to friend like you're the entire team. You can follow a few. You can, if they ask for love on their post, you can go back and help in that sense. But you're going to end up with only HempWorks people seeing your stuff, okay? So no need to just massively friend request everybody. Get a few people that you really admire, put them as see first, and use their stuff as inspiration for your own. Only messaging those in your news feed. So again, you're only seeing about 10% of your friends' posts. If there's a friend you know you have in your business that are in your friends list that you want in your business, search their profile and start liking and commenting on their stuff. So before we got on here, I was inviting to our online event tomorrow night. And before I messaged them an invitation and said, hey, we have an info event tomorrow night, can I shoot you an invitation? I went to their profile first. I liked and commented on something recent, and then I messaged them. And that's super, super important to do, guys, because What if their dog just died? What if their grandma just died? What if it's their anniversary and you're like, hey, you want to come in? You want an invitation to my thing? And you're just not even like being human and saying happy anniversary, happy birthday, hey, my condolences to your family. You're like, so, and I say this because I've been in the situation where I literally was like, RIP Cooper, and it was a picture of my dog. We just had to put him down. And this person's like, hey, Melissa, I know you're super supportive of online businesses and home businesses. I was hoping you could check out my website and buy some candles to support my blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I wanted to literally rip into this person. And they just weren't being thoughtful. You need to be thoughtful. Quality over quantity. Don't be a robot and mass message people. People are human that you're bringing into this business. People are human that you sell CBD oil to. So go and check out what's going. Be genuinely interested in their life. And this is where I'm like, we've got this opportunity event tomorrow night, right? And so many of you guys are just sharing the link. And I love you. Again, I told you I'm going to be very candid in this training. So please don't take this personally. But you're just sharing the invitation to the link and you're like, who wants to make extra money? Join in tomorrow. Okay, so who are you more likely to tune in if I'm like, I'm just going to grab Brianna's right here next to me. If I'm like, hey, Brianna, so I really think that you would do really good in my business. I know that you're a hustler. You like to work hard. Could I maybe send you an invitation to check out the info tomorrow night and possibly even win some free CBD? Are you more apt to tune in if I say that to you, Brianna? Or if you scroll across the post in my newsfeed that says, who wants to join my business? Tune in tomorrow. Like, which one are you more likely to respond to? The first, right? So, guys, quality over quantity. Yeah, are a bunch of people maybe going to see that over you having to take the time to message people? Possibly, but I can tell you a bunch of people are going to scroll right over it. So be authentic and reach out to them. Shoot them a voice message. Hey, Sally, so I know you had been asking me about using the CBD. Money's been a little bit tight. I think maybe we should look at the option of you making some extra money and using the CBD while, you know, at the same time. We're doing an a webinar tomorrow night. Can I shoot you an invitation? Worst case scenario, you'll have a chance to win some free CBD. Like you're thinking of them. So be authentic and be genuine. Running. Oh, big mistake. Melissa, I quit. Nobody's responding to my stuff. Nobody wants to buy from me. Denise Kelly, you're on here, I think. When you were considering joining this business, you said, Melissa, I've done these sales types of businesses before. Nope, my friends never buy from me. And I'm all, girl, I did not make this type of money from just posting to people that are my immediate friends. You have to expand your network, guys. So go back to your bio and the things that make you sing, the things that make you laugh, the things that make you excited, and expand your network within those reasons of things. You saw my bio, keto, karaoke, Zumba. Search those types of groups out and network with those people because you'll have more in common with them. Add new friends. My challenge to you is to add 20 new friend requests minimum a day until you reach 5,000. Now be smart. Like I told you before, put up something that would reach out to them that is something that is a tip for them or something that would interest them in your bio. Don't just be a commercial. And then, of course, go back once a week and cancel those pending friend requests. Even if you got 10% of those accepting, 2 people a day, in the next 2 months, you'll have 120 new friends you're reaching. Right? Is that right? My math right? Yeah. So you're only, like, I get so many people, I quit. Nobody's buying from me. My friends won't buy from me. Go find new friends. Like, it's okay. It's not that serious. If other people are making it work, you can too. All right? Be smart. Be smart about it. If you have questions on that, let me know. Hold on. Someone's asking me. Can you say it helps with? You can say it may help with. It may help with psoriasis, I believe. And then put your disclaimer. Da, da, da. Did you say you made a post inside a LuLaRoe group? LuLaRoe group. Yep. I'm in a group that says LuLaRoe, no rules, admin deletes nothing. And I posted in there. I was like, okay, let's see how much nothing you don't delete. And they didn't delete it. So there's like millions of groups on Facebook, guys. So like, yeah, be cautious of like posting to groups and make sure you read the rules, because otherwise you'll get hashtag admin, and like the Facebook troll behind the computer will put you in group jail. It's kind of funny and entertaining to me, but so be cognizant of that. But I said no rules, so I decided I was going to test the boundaries, and I'm glad I did. Posting about negativity, controversy, woe is me, baby daddy drama, we kind of went over that. Don't do it. Sharing the event instead of individually inviting, don't do that. Lack of consistency. Oh man, who has never posted about their business before? You better post right now. I'm gonna kick you off of here. Be consistent, guys. You know how many people on my team, I'll like go through I'm gonna show you something. Active feed on Messenger. This is another Facebook hack. This is my favorite. So I go to my active feed on Messenger. It says people that are on Messenger right then and there. And like 20% of them are the same people that tell me they don't have time for the business or their business. So like if you go right here where it says active, like a lot of these people are like, I've just been so busy. Like I don't have time, but this is like, a lot of them are the top people. Like they're always on Messenger. Like this means they're actively on Messenger right now. So like I see a lot of these are my teammates that are telling me they don't have time for their business. So it's funny to me because your business isn't struggling because you don't have time. Your business is struggling because of a lack of consistency. Like I intentionally set out hours for me to work. Yesterday I had a list of things I had to do before I hit the sack. I spent 4 hours completing this list yesterday, which 3 of them were literally addressing envelopes for winners for our online events for the past 2-3 weeks. So let me tell you how much I appreciate those of you who take advantage of that, because I spent over $150 in product, shipping, and then a good 3 hours in time, like actually doing that. So, take advantage of it. So anyways, I didn't hit the sack until I got all that done. Be intentional, be consistent, okay? I'm almost done here, and then we can go to some tips, some questions. Don't share to groups. Don't post spammy stuff into groups that don't allow it. Don't feed into negativity. Like if you get a hater, like on that LuLaRoe group that I posted that to us I had a girl like laugh at it, and she's like, oh yeah, okay, haha. I'm like, okay, like ignore. She didn't take it any further than that. So I'm like, okay, haha, joke's on you because you just bumped my post to the top of this page, but cool, thanks. You guys, you're not an asshole whisperer. You don't have to whisper to the assholes. You just get to ignore them. It's pretty cool because it really pisses them off because they're behind their like troll keyboard waiting for you to respond, and they're like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So like, you don't have to, just ignore it, okay? Another big thing I would suggest is don't ever leave a comment on any of your posts unanswered. So when someone's like, hey, Melissa, how much is the CBD? And I won't necessarily answer them in the comments because I don't want other people who have the same questions to just read that. I'll just say, hey, Sally, I'm messaging you right now. And then Mary is like, yeah, I want to know too, Melissa. And then I write their little names down because I know Sally and Mary are both interested, instead of me replying in the comments, oh, it's 89 retail, 69 as a preferred customer. And then Mary seeing that and going, nope, never mind, I'm out. I don't have that money. I can message Mary and say, Mary, hey, I saw you wanted pricing info too. We have the purest form. It's 89 retail normally. I can save you 20 bucks by doing our preferred customer site. Oh, that's still kind of out of my budget, Melissa. Well, Mary, going back to the seal of the deal, This is the purest form of CBD, so you're actually going to be saving yourself money long term. And we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Yeah, I just physically don't have the money right now, Melissa. Okay, Mary, let's talk about you making money with me then. You're 50 years old, Mary. You don't have an extra $69. Let's help you make some money. All right. So those are all things you can talk privately with people about. So don't ever leave a comment unanswered. Just say, hey, like, I'm messaging you right now. Or like when people are like, congrats, Melissa, on your 25K, I comment back. Thank you so much. Because Facebook's like, oh my gosh, she interacts with her people. She interacts with them, and it adds more value to your profile. It gives you more like Facebook points. So again, more people see your stuff. So you're hacking that algorithm again. Don't answer questions on a post. Instead, answer them in a message so that you know who else has those same questions. Don't tag 800 people in your posts because they'll usually hide it. And as people hide your posts and untag themselves, Facebook's like, okay, this person's super spammy. We're not going to show much of their stuff to people. So you don't need to tag a bunch of people in your posts. It's spammy. And spammy messages that tell people to forward. How many of you guys get that, like, don't accept a friend request from John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? His name is my name too. Like, that message, like, it's a scam. Don't accept and then hit forward to 25 people or your Facebook account will be deleted. Like, no, not true. Stop forwarding those. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is not a real person. And if he is, I want to shake his hand. So, just don't forward those types of messages because, again, it hurts your algorithm. Facebook's like, okay, you're a spammer. You're like that person that sends those AOL chain messages that everyone hates back in the day. So just don't do it. Don't do it. You get paid to send messages. Why are you sending messages about Santa mooning somebody or a snowball fight of some sort? I've gotten it all. I at one point about a month ago, I was like, the next person that tells me that they got a secondary friend request from me, but they really didn't, I'm putting CBD shit all over their Facebook. Like, you're going to get so many ads on your wall. Like, I'm getting so sick of this. I got 20 messages a day like that. And at first it freaked me out. And I'm like, no, but you didn't get it. You're saying you got a friend request from me. And then you're saying forward this to 25 people. No. Like, why are you freaking people out like that? Blind messaging people. So that goes back to messaging someone. The girl who messaged me when my dog died and was like, want to buy my candles? Guys, you got to look at their posts before you follow up with them. Look at their profile. Be interested in them. And then go, hey, Mary, I saw that your grandpa recently died. My condolences. I was about to follow up with you, but now is not the time. I'm here when you're ready, but please let me know if I can send your family. I've told people, let me know if I can send your family a meal, some waters, whatever. Let me know what you guys need. And be genuinely interested in people. Last but not least, don't just sit and scroll all day long through Facebook. Scrolling through Facebook is not working. I'll have people, they're like, I work my business like 200 hours a day. And I'm like, cool, what are you doing in those 200 hours a day? Well, I scroll and I like and I comment. And sometimes I just scroll and look at stuff. And I'm like, so did you ever message anyone about the business? Did you ever post? Yeah, I did once like 6 months ago. Why? I don't understand why people didn't see it. It's like, all right, like you can't just, scrolling is not working your business. Be intentional. Set yourself a power hour up and say 10 minutes sending happy birthday messages, 25 minutes searching for events and reaching out to vendors to become a vendor, 25 minutes of following up with people that have already shown interest. Like set a timer, be intentional so that you don't get sucked into the black hole of scrolling. And next thing you know, you're like, I just spent an hour scrolling on Facebook and I didn't talk to one person about my business. Oops. It's very easy to get sucked into that. Okay. All right. This has been super, super long and I have some to-dos. But before I go into the to-dos, does anybody have any questions? The to-dos are much, much shorter because a lot of them we went over already.
I have a
I am,
question.
yeah. Oh, okay, you go first.
Oh, okay. Now, on my binary on here, I'm seeing that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out this whole ordeal here. Just found out that I've got people that have already are possibly pre-enrollees,
Uh-huh.
and then there's a person that came and fell up down underneath one of them.
Mhm.
When is the cutoff for her to be able to sign up so she doesn't lose that person underneath her?
Yeah. So I have a video on my YouTube channel. It says the power of the pre-enrollment. I would highly encourage everyone to watch that because we go into detail on this. But just to answer your question quickly, so every Thursday is what we call Leapfrog Day. When you pre-enroll somebody, it holds their spot for about 60 days. It might be 90 days. I can't exactly remember how many. And it holds their spot, but so if I pre-enroll Alexis, which I did today, and then I enrolled a couple customers today, and my placement tool is set to where Alexis is at, they go underneath her. Now, Alexis has been pre-enrolled for almost 2 months. So every Thursday, all those people that have locked their position as customers or affiliates are jumping over her. Jump, jump, jump. Now, if she would have upgraded a long time ago, she probably would have had just in rollover binary 5,000 in BV. So I would encourage all of you guys that are not, especially if you're not being consistent with your business, go look at your rollover binary. If you start hustling your other leg as much as that leg, take your rollover and multiply it by 15. There's people in my business right now that have well over 12,000 in binary volume. I'm going to do 12,000 in their executives times 15%. If they just hustled their other legs, that'd be $1,800 in commissions that they would get.
Okay.
There's a lot of you that started with me early on as I was your enroller. I'm looking at a couple. I don't want to like name your names, but you guys have, as soon as you catch up and hustle, you got a couple $1,000s worth of commission coming at you binary. So every Thursday she gets leapfrogged or he gets leapfrogged. So that's why Thursday morning or Wednesday night, I'm like, yo, hey, you got people under you. If you can upgrade, this is going to help you make more money down the line. You don't want to upgrade. I totally understand. These people are going to jump above you. We start back over next week.
The power of the, what's the video name?
The power of the pre-enrollment.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You just message me if you can't find it after too. Jess, you had a question?
Yes. So I'm in a Facebook group, and just today, I didn't post in the group, but someone had posted about having really bad anxiety. And so I commented underneath, have you ever tried CBD oil? Is that like, does that cross the line there?
It depends. It depends on the group admin. Like, I feel like I have to make like a funny skit about like Facebook moms groups because they can be so mean. They're like hashtag judgment free zone. And then they're like, listen, bitch, don't talk about your CBD oil in here. And like, it's just like, it's so ridiculous. And so you can keep it super broad. But what I do sometimes is I'll just comment and say, hey, I'm sending you prayers. I have some friends and family that have been through the same situation. So I might shoot you a message. And I just keep it like that. And then I friend them. And sometimes this blows up in my face. And they're like, F you for trying to sell me something. But I voice message them from there. And I say, hey, like I read your stuff and I just felt it upon myself that I really needed to reach out to you and share something with you. My sister, my mom, whatever it might be that relates to them. They've gone through the same situation. Hold on, babe. And they've really found that there's a specific CBD oil that's really helped them. Would it be okay to share some of the information on that with you and their testimony? So I always ask for permission to share a testimony or permission to send them information before I actually throw up on them.
All right.
Yeah. What's up, babe? No. Nice try, though. There's pillows up there you can play with, though. In the washing, on the washer. No laundry room. There's a bunch of pillows. Any other questions? Someone said, should I set my newsfeed to see people first? Does it make my stuff less likely to be seen by others besides? So sometimes if I have like this rock star I want on my team, like I'm like, I need this person on my team. Like I need them. I set their profile to see first so that I can always like and comment on their stuff. Like I'll pick 5 people and I'm like, see first. But then sometimes I realize like after seeing their stuff, like, and after talking to them in messages, I'm like, no, not what I wanted. And I moved them off of that list. So, but it does also help because you're liking and commenting on their stuff more often. Your stuff is more likely to show up in their feed. So, if that makes sense, hopefully that answers your question. Stacy, you said you're part of a ton of LuLaRoe groups. That's just be cognizant of it. Again, some of them don't allow you to share. Like the group I'm in, don't y'all be stealing my group either. It says no rules. Admin deletes nothing. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know. All right, any other questions so far? I'm almost done, I swear. Ooh, these last 2 weeks have been kind of long. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. Actually apply what you learned.
What time is it?
I feel like someone's talking, but I can't hear you. Maybe not. Okay. All right, so last quick tips as far as to-dos. Definitely network and add new friends each and every day. Go back once a week or so, once every 3-4 days, and delete pending friend requests. Message people. Proactively message people. I grew so quick in the first 2 weeks, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I went like this. God dang it. Come on. I went here on my messenger. I went to active, and I did it to, I would message people and say that we're active. Hey, Lacey, I started a new, I might have said it to this girl. Let's see. No, she asked for my info. I said it to this girl, but we've talked like a ton. This is the message I sent to like a good handful of you that were active on Facebook. Oh my God, sorry. We've been trying to help her pre-sell, so. Hey Jess, not sure if you'd be interested, but we started in a new marketing company. My friends have been doing it for 9 months and have made over $500,000 in that time. We've been doing it in under a month and it's exploding. Would you want info? And I sent that to a lot of like 5 new people each morning because I was working 70 hours a week. So I woke up a half an hour early to send that to 5 new people each morning. Be proactive. You're not going to die if someone says no. And I went through a lot of these people. I'd go to their profile, view Facebook profile, I'd like, make sure their dog didn't die, and then I'd message them, something like that. I'd use someone else's stories. And then I'd call and say, okay, cool. This is a free tour on the business. Check that out. What's your number? I'm going to call you on my way home from work if that's cool. Like use the system. So message people. Be proactive. Be a professional asker. Live videos. Do live videos. Grab a partner from this Zoom and say, hey, can I interview you and see how the CBD oil or the business has helped you? And just do a quick little interview on a live video. That's the #1 way to get interaction on your feed is live videos. That's the most. If you do a live video and you only have like 25 views, your regular posts are maybe getting half of that in views. So that gives you a good understanding of where you're at, like as far as your interaction on Facebook. Or have like your upline interview you if you're super nervous. I've done that for people. Your bio, make sure your bio is tight. Your top 5 loving things that we talked about at the beginning. Friend people at events. If you're at an event, me and Heather had an event today, me and Valerie had an event yesterday. And people are like, yeah, man, like I'm like a huge advocate of CBD. I don't have the money right now. I'd be interested in getting info on the business. We say like, hey, Monday night, we've got an event online. Like, are you on Facebook by chance? I can shoot you an invitation to that. Friend them, because if they don't join you immediately there or even at that Monday night event, you're drizzling that information onto them about your business and the products. And you got new eyes on your stuff, okay? Consistency, be consistent. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Don't tell me you don't have time. I see you live I see you active on your messenger. BS. I don't have time. I don't have time to copy and paste a message to someone. It only takes 30 seconds. But I watched every episode of Orange is the New Black last night alone on Netflix. Okay. So be you. Brand yourself. Be you. So you don't have to be a Barbie doll model. You don't have to be super muscular dude, like some top earner. Like, be you. Talk about the things you love. Don't just talk about CBD oil. Be you. Polls. Facebook polls. This is awesome. I'm going to show you guys how to do a Facebook poll. On your story. I'm almost done, I swear. I know I keep saying that. Zoom. Okay. So, right here. You can go to that little this right here, and I can put, check it out. I'm going to do this. Oh, no. So this is going to my story. See this little sticker guy right here? This little guy? You can click that, and you hit pull. Send me an invite to win free CBD Monday night. Everyone do this right now. Pick a picture. Yes or what's CBD? I don't like putting no. Because it makes me sad when people select no. So I don't even give them the option. Let's try this. Oh, dang it. And then you hit it to your story. And people get to vote on it. You can do that on Instagram too. Instagram's a whole nother training. I haven't been working it much, to be honest with you. I've been too busy. Too busy watching Orange is the New Black. Sorry. Just kidding. I don't watch TV. I would rather pay for a pool in cash in my backyard and pay off my car. Just saying. Polls, active people on Messenger. So that's another way I follow up. If I've got like 10 free minutes in between work or something, I'll go to active and I'm like, oh, that person was interested, and I'll message them right then and there. Hey, Sally, I just wanted to check back to see what questions you had on the CBD. Hey, Sally, I just wanted to check back, see what questions you had as you went through that free tour. Things like that. And you'll get a more immediate response from people because they're active. They're on Messenger right then and there. Okay? Canceling friend requests, we talked about that. Setting reminders, OMG. This is my last tip. You go to, does everyone know how to set a reminder in Messenger? When someone's like, yeah, I'm going to go through your free tour right now. I'm like, hey, okay, cool. So when's a good time to see what questions you have? And they say, I'm off tonight. Jess, I'm just going to use you as an example right now for setting in a reminder. So then I might go, Jessica's like, yeah, I'm free tonight. Let's chat tonight. So then I hit this little arrow, and I'm like, okay, cool. Set a reminder. Continue. Call Jess tonight at 9:35. Create. And then it reminds you. It like puts you a message in Messenger like, hey, reminder, call Jess. So that you don't forget and they don't forget. And that's my last tip for now. That was a lot of information. Any other questions? No? It was like a lot of info. But it's stuff I've learned over the past like 5 years. Sad part is Facebook is always changing. And so you kind of have to like keep up with it. I've learned that as I notice I'm not getting a lot of interaction on stuff, there's usually a reason why. And so I either chill out and try to figure that out, or go back and do like live videos, or just kind of be me for the moment. Just only talk about my life, not CBD, and just work on the messaging aspect of it. When I first started, the first 2 weeks, I don't think I even posted about the business because I was still trying to get paid from my previous company. And so I just messaged people. I just recruited. I'm like, hey, I'm about to get this going. My friends made like a crap ton of money. Like, you want to come make $1 million with me? So I want to tell you who I said that to. I said that to Brianna. She joined as an executive within a few weeks of people that are on here. I think the very first time I posted, Kristen was like, I'm in. Like, Krista Anderson was like, I'm in. She brought Heather into the business. I posted in a group chat for my previous company. I'm like, guys, I'm out. I love you all. If you want to come make $1 million with me elsewhere, I'm here for you. And Shayna, who I met in a keto group, was like, I'm in. CBD, I'm in. So, like, being proactive, like, in messaging and recruiting. My mom was hiding all my posts from her because I didn't want her to think I was a drug dealer. And my husband at our kid's birthday party was like, hey, did Melissa tell you she's dealing drugs? And I had to explain to my mom what I was doing. So it's all proactive recruiting. Denise, I messaged you and I was like, hey, I'm about to make $1 million. You want to come make $1 million with me? And I'm just being silly. Susan, there you are, Susan. I messaged you. Girl, I love you. We need to talk. And we talked. I called you on my way home from work, and I'm like, I'm doing this. Like, don't think I'm crazy, but it's going to be awesome. So, like, again, proactively recruiting, okay? And again, sometimes people are like, ugh, I don't want to recruit. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Are you going to reach more people selling CBD by trying to sell all the CBD in the world to everyone? Or are you going to reach more people by teaching other people how to sell CBD? Would you rather make 1% of 1,000 or try to put in 1,000% yourself? Duplication is really key in this. If we can teach you all how to be leaders and lead a team, then it's going to explode and we're going to reach more people and we're going to change more lives. Okay? So that's why I focus on recruiting. I give people their options though. When they say I'm interested in your CBD, I'm like, cool, you want info on using it or using it and make money? Go back to last week's training on the Seal the Deal to hear more information on that. Any other questions? No, let's take a picture. I'm going to stop the recording.